Welcome back to Card Sharks. Jim and Betsy. And the first game goes to Jim. Remember, you win 2 games, you win the match. And if you win the match, you get to play the big money cards. And we all know what happens there. That's when you win the large dollars. All right, let's go. Game number 2. To you, Jim, here's your question. We surveyed 100 people, and we asked them, should commercials for birth control devices be allowed on television? How many people said yes? Those commercials should be allowed on television.
Well, let's see. That's a toughie. You've got some really repulsive commercials on
Not
TV.
me, pal.
Okay. I think that's going to be a toughie. People are going to split on that because you want freedom of expression, but a lot of people don't want to see it, but you can always put it on at 1 in the morning. So, I'm going to say 60 people said, let them have them on.
Okay, so you say 60 out of 100 people say commercials about birth control devices should be allowed on television.
Yes.
Betsy, you heard what he said. Will it be higher or lower than 60?
Bob, that is really useful information, but I don't think a lot of people want to see it on TV, so I think it's going to be slightly lower than 60.
You think it is?
Yeah.
Actual number of people who said commercials for birth control should be allowed on television is 72. Not lower, it was higher. All right, Jim. I'm surprised at that one. I really am. All right, Jim. Here it goes. You won the high-low question, so you get to change this card if you wanted, but why do that?
Let's try lower, please, Bob.
Lower than the king. Your card is now a 7. Player freeze.
Freeze, please.
Freeze? All right. By freezing, then he keeps Betsy away from the cards. And we'll go to another question. And it's for you, Betsy. Betsy, we surveyed 100 women over the age of 65. We asked them, if senior citizen women could have babies, would you like to have one this year? How many senior citizen women would like to have a baby?
I think there's a lot of senior citizen women that would not like to have grandchildren that they have right now, but I think that they've seen enough kids during their lifetime, so that's going to be a relatively low number. I think we'll go about 21.
21.
Yeah.
You're figuring they can go out and get a puppy cheaper, right?
Right,
Yeah.
right.
All right, she says 21 out of 100 senior citizen women said they would have a baby this year if they could. Jim, higher or lower than that?
Bob, they don't want it this year. They don't want it next year. They've had enough. It's going to be lower.
Are they going to be even lower than 21? It's a great question. We'll see. The actual number of senior citizen women who would like to have a baby this year is 12. You're right. It's lower than 21. All right, Jim, again, here you are. You froze on the 7, so that means you can change it if you'd like to.
Change it, please.
Your 7 now becomes a 9. Now you got to play.
Let's try lower, please.
Lower than the 9, the card is a 3.
Can we try higher, please?
Higher than the 3. Here we go. It's a jack.
Lower.
Gonna go. For the championship, a chance to play for the money cards. If it's lower than the jack, it's a 7. He's not going to get it. Betsy, it's got to be the shoes he has on. That's the only thing I can say. We have really nice prizes for you. Thank you very much for being with us. We'll see you again. Come here, champ. Let's do it. Now, my friend, this is number 5 for you over here at the Big Money Cards. That means that this is the last time that you're going to be able to play the game with us. So, that's really too bad. Remember the one day that I wore the shoe, you won nothing playing the big money cards?
That was a good one. Yeah, I'd like to thank you for that.
You don't want me to wear the shoe this time, do you?
No, not my shoe, but I...
No, that's all. Okay. You've got over $32,000. Let's play the money cards right now. And Suzanne and Lacey, they have a brand new deck of cards, which you cut before we went on the air. All right, here's how we play the money cards. You know the $200 you just won is yours to keep no matter what happens. But now we're going to give you new money to bet with. We'll start you off on the bottom line there with $200. You must bet your way across the board by calling off high and low. When you get to the second line, we add $400 of betting money, and you bet your way across that line. Minimum bets are $50 each, except when you get up to the final row, the top card up there, then you know your minimum bet has to be half of what you won at that time. Also, you'll have 3 opportunities to change any card you don't like by selecting one of those 3 spare cards that Susanna is dealing out right now. Good luck, my friend. This is the last time you're going to do this, but $32,000 already. Let's give another $200 right now. Here we go. And as you know, you can turn that $200 into another $32,000 if you're really lucky. All right, you got 200. Here's your first card. Here we go. It's a 9. Play it or change it.
I'd like to change it with number 1, please.
Number 1. The 9 now becomes a 5. All right, you got $200.
I'm going to bet $100 it'll be higher.
$100 higher than the 5. If it turns out to be a 5 and the big money cards, a push is a push. No loss, no win. It's an 8. It's higher. Yes, you're $300.
I'd like to change that with number 2, please.
The 8 wants to change, and now the 8 becomes a 6. We're going to 200. Higher than the 6. Your card is a 9. You've got $500 with one card to go over there to change if you'd like to do so.
I'm gonna bet $50 it's lower.
$50 lower than the 9. It's a jack. Good bet. Okay. All right. Now, we're going to give you another $400. This card now comes up here. So given the other 400, you now have $850.
I'm gonna bet $650 lower.
$650 lower than the jack. The card's a 10. Still one card left over there to change when you want to do it.
Let's change it.
All right, change the 10. Your 10 now becomes a 6, and you've got $1,500.
I'm going to bet $500 it'll be higher.
500. Higher than the 6. It's a queen. You're $2,000.
I'm going to bet $1,500 it'll be lower.
$1,500 lower than the queen. It's a push. No win, no loss. You've still got $2,000. This card goes up here. And now you must bet at least $1,000, Jim. Do we have to ask you?
Bob.
Yes, Jim?
Let's bet for the last time. $2,000. It's going to be lower.
$2,000, but it's lower than the queen. It's a jack! Jim, we're going to say goodbye to you. Thank you very much. You're a good guy. Take those shoes back to the bowling alley. All right. We'll be back in just a moment to meet 2 new players on Card Sharks right after this.